Welcome to my channel for comprehensive tutorials on fundamental principles to complex problems. I'll cover it all. Feel free to share, subscribe for more contents. Thank you. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode, that is exercise 28, that you can find on page 88 if you have a textbook with you. In case if you need a PDF format of this book, you can message me on WhatsApp. I'll provide you. In this exercise, we are going to deal with solving quadratic equations. In earlier exercises, we are done with quadratic expressions. In here, we are going to deal with the factorization method. We will solve this quadratic equation. There are several methods that we'll be using in upcoming exercises. So in here, what we are going to do, we are going to do factorization of this, but the difference is that earlier exercises, it was there's no equal sign and zero. But this time, when you see a equal to sign and a zero here or any value, it's going to be called as equation, not expressions. If there is no equal sign and zero or any other value, it's going to be called as expression. Anyways, we are going to solve this using the method that we have learned in the previous exercises. We write x square like this and plus 12 like this, and equal to sign will be here and 0. Same way we are going to factorize this, and because 12 times 1 is a 12, 12 times 1, there is a 1 over here because coefficient of x square is a 1. Now 12 has to be factorized in such a way to give you plus 7 that we have learned in previous exercises. So 3x plus 4x gives us a 7x, and 3 times 4 is a 12. So finding factors of x plus 3, 3x, so it gives us x plus 3. As soon as you see this bracket, copy down this bracket, but this time equal sign will be there. And look at the middle term, it's going to give you a plus 4x. A plus 4 is going to be in between. So x plus 4 and x plus 3 are the factors, equal sign. Now in here we find out the value of x. X plus 4 equals 0, and x plus 3 also equals to 0. So we will write over here x plus 3 also equals to 0. That means the value of x is going to be equals to negative 4, or x equals negative 3. So these are going to be the value. In the answer you may write minus 4 and minus 3. Now when it comes to question number 2, it is 10 times 1 is a 10, and we need to find out the factors of 10 in such a way to give you a 7. So 2 and 5 are the factors, 5x and 2x. So this is going to give us a 10x square. So I will write x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 10 equals 0, finding the common in between the first and second one. So it's going to give you x plus 5. As soon as you see this bracket, copy down this bracket as in the earlier exercises with the equal sign, and plus 2 is going to be the middle term, and x plus 2 and x plus 5 are going to be the factor with equal sign. We need to find out the value of x. So x plus 2 equals 0, and x plus 5 also equal to 0. That means the value of x is going to be negative 2, and x plus 5 will be turned to x minus 5. So minus 2 and minus 5 is going to be the answer for this question. Moving on to question number 3. In question number 3, it's 15x square. So we break 15x in such a way to give you plus 2. So the only option we have is 5 and 3. 5 times 3 is a 15, and plus 5x and minus 3x is going to give us a plus 2x. So I will write as a pattern what we have done in the previous exercise, write this way, and plus 5x and minus 3x is going to give us a plus 2x. Finding out common in the first and second, x plus 5 and x plus 5 will be in the bracket. Look at the third one, you already have x, so you write minus 3. So x minus 3 is going to be the first factor, and x plus 5 will be another factor, will be equals to 0. X minus 3 equals 0, and x plus 5 also equal to 0. So x will be equals to 3, and x will be equals to negative 5. So these two are going to be your answer. So in the answer, you can write 3 and minus 5. When it comes to question number 4, for question number 4, 6 times 1 is a 6. So we'll find out the factors of 6 to give you a plus 1. So plus 3x and minus 2x are going to give us a plus 1. Plus 3x and minus 2x. So x square and minus 6 I will write this way, and plus 3x and minus 2x will be in between. So in the first and second one, common is x plus 3 and x plus 3 equals 0, and minus 2 will be in the middle. So x minus 2 and x plus 3 are going to be two factors to give you x squared plus x minus 6. So x minus 2 equals 0 and x plus 3 also equal to 0. So x will be equals to 2 and x will be equals to negative 3. For question number 4, your answer is minus 3 and 2. So minus 3 and 2 you will write like this and you'll get full marks. Now it is 12x square. 12x square should be divided in such a way to give you minus 8. So you can have minus 6, minus 6x and minus 2x. So when we add these two, it gets minus 8x, and when we multiply together, it gives us 12x square. So x square minus 6x minus 2x and plus 12 equals 0. And for question number 5, I know very well x, x minus 6, again x minus 6 like this, and minus 2 will be in the middle. So x minus 2 and x minus 6 are the two factors that gives you the value. So x will be equals to 2 and x will be equals to positive 6. So 2 and 6 are going to be your answer. Moving on to question number 6. So it is 21x square. So we'll break in this in such a way to get 21. And for this we have 7x and 3x. So plus 7 and plus 3 is going to give us a plus 10. So I will write x square, x square and plus 7x and plus 3x plus 21 equals 0. And in the first two, common is x plus 7. X plus 7 will be copied once again, equals 0. And plus 3 will be written in the middle. So x plus 3 and x plus 7 are going to be two factors. Now x plus 3 is equals to 0 and x plus 7 also equal to 0. That means the value of x is going to be negative 3 and x will be equals to negative 7. Now comes question number 7. In here, 6 is the product and we are going to break this into two parts. So 2 and 3 are two factors. Once we add these two, minus 2x and minus 3x, they are going to give us a minus 5x. So I will write x square minus 2x and minus 3x to give us minus 5x, and plus 6 equals 0. So common in the first two is x minus 2. As soon as we see the first bracket, we copy down the second bracket, and minus 3 is in the middle. So x minus 3 and x minus 2 are going to be two factors. That means the value of x minus 3 equals 0 and x minus 2 also equals 0. So the value of x is going to be equals to x3 and x will be equals to 2. So 3 and 2 are going to be your answers. When it comes to question number 8, in here 5 is something that we need, 5x square, and we are going to break this into two parts. That means for question number 8 we have 5 times 1 is a 5 and minus 5 and plus 1 is going to give us a minus 4. Anyways, x square minus 5x I'll write first, and plus x and minus 5 equals 0. That means x minus 5 is the first bracket, copy down once again, and plus 1 will be in the middle. So x plus 1 and x minus 5 are the two factors equals 0. That means x plus 1 equals 0 and x minus 5 also equal to 0. So x will be equals to negative 1 and x will be equals to positive 5. So 5 and negative 1 both are your answers for question number 8. Moving on to question number 9. In here 14 is the product, 14x square. We break this into in such a way to give us a 5. For question number 9, we can have 7 times 2 and plus 7x and minus 2x are going to give us plus 5x. So I'll write x square plus 7x minus 2x and minus 14 equals 0. X is common in the first and second. So x plus 7 and x plus 7 equals 0. And in the middle term we have minus 2. So we have x minus 2 equals 0. First I write the factors, x minus 2 in the first bracket and x plus 7 in another bracket equals 0, and x minus 2 equals 0 and x plus 7 also equals 0. So x is equals to 2 and x is equals to negative 7. So negative 7 and positive 2 are going to be two answers for question number 9. From question number 10, things get a bit different because coefficient of x square has a 2 in here. Now you see this is the difference. In the next upcoming questions, you will see that the value of x square is going to be different but not 1. So we do the same thing. We are going to multiply the extremes. In question number 10, we multiply 2 times 2. And for question number 11, we are multiplying 8 times 3 to get the factors of 24. And in question number 10, it's going to be 2 times 2 is a 4. So 4x square, we break in such a way to give us minus 3. So for question number 10, we have 4 and 1 minus 4x and plus x is going to give us a minus 3. So I will write first one as it is, last one as it is equals 0, and I will write in the middle minus 4x and plus x. So in the first one we have 2x common and x minus 2 will be in the bracket, and copy down the same bracket this way. And look at the third term, we already have x, so I will write plus 1 only. So 2x plus 1 is going to be the first factor and x minus 2 is going to be another factor. So 2x plus 1 equals 0 and x minus 2 equals 0. That means 2x is equals to negative 1 and x is equals to positive 2. Now we further simplify this to make it x is equals to negative 1 over 2 and x is equals to 2. So that means the value of x is negative 0.5 and 2, or you can write in fraction, both are okay. Moving on to question number 11. In here, as you can see, 3 times 8 is a 24. So we will find out the factors of 24. So 24x square, how can we get to make it plus 10? We are going to multiply 2 times 12. So 12 times 2 is a 24 and plus 2 and plus 12 and minus 2 is going to give us a plus 10. So I will write the first one as it is, no change, minus 8 as it is, no change. And in the middle, I will split plus 10x into two parts, plus 12x and minus 2x. So the first one is going to give us a 3x as a common in both. X plus 4 is going to be the first bracket. And because this and this one is going to give us a 12x, this is why 4 is there. As soon as you get the first bracket, you copy down as practiced in the previous exercises. And now look at this minus 2x we need. We already have x, so we just add minus 2 here. So 3x minus 2 in one bracket and x plus 4 in another bracket equals 0. So 3x minus 2 equals 0 and x plus 4 is equals to 0. That means 3x is equals to positive 2 and x is will equals to negative 4. Now x value is 2 over 3 and x is equals to negative 4. These are going to be your two answers. 2 over 3 and negative 4 are your two answers for question number 11. Moving on to question number 12. In question number 12, what happens is that we multiply the extremes and we get 2 times 15 is a 30. So we find out the factors of 30, 30x square. So how do we find out the factors of 30? To get a plus 7x. So we are going to get 3 times 10, or 10 times 3, 10x, and minus 3x is going to give us a plus 7x. So I will write the first one as it is, no change, last one as it is, no change, and I will write plus 10x here and minus 3x this way. In the first two, I can see that the common is 2x, and x plus 5 is going to be the first bracket. Copy down this bracket once again, equals 0, and look at this, you have x you already have, and you need a minus 3x. So you will add minus 3 in the middle. So 2x minus 3 in one bracket and x plus 5 in another bracket equals 0. So 2x is equals to positive 3 and x is equals to negative 5. That means x is equals to 3 over 2, or you can write x is equals to 1 whole 1 over 2 and negative 5. These are going to be your two answers for this question. Moving on to question number 13. In question number 13, we know that 6 times 6 is a 36. We find out the factors of 36 in such a way to give you a 13. So what we'll do is we break 13 into 9 times 4. 9 times 4 is a 36, and minus 9 and minus 4 is going to give us a negative 13. So I will write as it is 6x square and plus 6 as it is, no change, and minus 9x and minus 4x is going to give us a negative 13. And question number 13, we know very well that 3x is first factor, first common in the first two, and this is going to give us 2x minus 3 first factor. Copy down 2x minus 3 once again. Look at the first one. This is going to give us a negative 2, and 3x minus 2 is going to be the first factor, and another one is going to be 3x minus 2 once again equals 0. Now in here it's going to be 2x. First one is 3x minus 2, and the other factor is 2x minus 3 that you can see in the bracket. Now equals 0. Don't forget to put a 0 whenever you see an equation. And 3x minus 2 equals 0, and 2x minus 3 also equal to 0. That means 3x will be equals to positive 2 and 2x will be equals to positive 3. So the first one is going to be 2 over 3, and another one is going to be x equals 3 over 2. You can write this x equals 1 whole 1 over 2, and the first one is going to be 2 over 3. So both are going to be your answers. Moving on to question number 14, it's going to be something like this. 4 times 7 is a 28. So we'll find out the factors of 28 in such a way to give you a 29. So the best option is 28 times 1 is a 28. And I will write 4x square as it is and plus 7 as it is, and minus 28 x and minus x is going to give us negative 29. So in the first one I can see that 4 is common, 4x is common in fact, and multiply by x minus 7 is going to be the first factor, and x minus 7 I'll repeat once again, and already we have x, so multiply by minus 1. So 4x minus 1 and x minus 7 are going to be two factors for question number 14. So 4x minus 1 equals 0 and x minus 7 also equal to 0. That means 4x will be equals to 1 and x will be equals to positive 7. Now x will be equals to 1 over 4 and x will be equals to 7. So your final answer is going to be 1 over 4 and 7 for this question. Now comes question number 15. In question number 15, we can see that it is 10 times 3 is a 30. So 30 is going to be split into two parts to give you 15 minus 1. So for here I can see minus 6 times 5 is a 30, and minus 6 plus 5 is going to give us a negative 1. I will write this one as it is, and I will write minus 3 as it is, and minus 6x and plus 5x is going to be this way. I can see that I have a 2 common in between them. So 2x I will write like this. 5x minus 3 is going to be the first factor. I'll copy down 5x minus 3, another bracket, and look at the third one. We have plus 5x, so I will multiply by plus 1. So 2x plus 1 is going to be the first factor, and 5x minus 3 is going to be another factor. Now I know very well 2x plus 1 equals 0, and 5x minus 3 also equal to 0. So 2x will be equals to negative 1, and 5x will be equals to positive 3. X will be equals to negative 1 over 2, and x will be equals to 3 over 5 for question number 15. Moving on to question number 16. In here 56 is the product, and we should break this into two parts to give us a minus 15. So 7 and 8, 7 times 8 is a 56, and minus 7 and minus 8 are going to be two factors. So I will write the first one as it is. I will write plus 56 as it is, and I'll break minus 15 into two parts, minus 7x and minus 8x. And I can see y is common in the first one. Y minus 7 is going to be the first factor, and minus 7 will be here. And I already have y, I should write here y and y. I better rewrite this whole thing. Minus 7y and minus 8y. So minus 8 I will write here. So y minus 8 and y minus 7 are going to be two factors for this quadratic equation. That means y minus 8 equals 0, and y minus 7 also equal to 0. That means y equals 8 and y equals 7. That means 8 and positive 7 are going to be two answers for question number 16. Moving on to question number 17. In here I can see that 12 times 5 is a 60. So we'll find out the factors of 60 in such a way to give us a negative 16. So 10 times 6 is a 60, and I will write minus 10 and minus 6 to make it minus 16. I will write 12y square as it is, plus 5 as it is, and minus 10y and minus 6y this way. In here I can see for question number 17, I know very well that 2y is the common factor between them. So 2, 6 is a 12, and minus 5 is the first factor, and 6 minus 6y minus 5 in another bracket. And I know very well that plus 6y is already there. I multiply by minus 1 to make it minus 6y. 2y minus 1 in one bracket, and 6y minus 5 in another bracket equals 0. Now 2y minus 1 equals 0, and 6y minus 5 equals 0. That means 2y equals 1. That means y equals 1 over 2. And 6y equals 5, and y will be equals to 5 over 6. So these are going to be your two answers for question number 17. Moving on to question number 18. In question number 18, we have 63. So 63 should be split in such a way to give you plus 2. So the two factors can be 9 and 7, plus 9 and minus 7. I will write the first one as it is, last one as it is, no change, and plus 9y and minus 7y is going to give us a plus 2y. So in the first two, I can see y is the common factor, y plus 9 in the first bracket copied, and minus 7 will be like this. So y minus 7 in one bracket, and y plus 9 in another bracket equals 0. And in here y minus 7 equals 0. and y plus 9 also equals 0. That means y equals plus 7 and y equals negative 9. That means 7 and minus 9 are going to be your two answers for question number 18. Moving on to the next question, which is pretty simple. In here, 1 is the product, and how to get plus 2? It's pretty simple. Plus x and plus x will be written. And for question number 19, I will write x is common in the first, x plus 1, and x plus 1 I'll copy down once again, and plus 1 will be written here. So x plus 1 and x plus 1 are the two factors to give this equation. So x plus 1 equals 0 and x plus 1 also equals 0. That means x is equals to negative 1 and x equals negative 1. These are the two values. When it comes to question number 20, it is 9. So I know very well x squared minus 3x and minus 3x are the two factors to give us plus minus 6x. 9 equals 0. That means x is common in between them. X minus 3 in another bracket equals 0, and minus 3 would be like this. So x minus 3 and x minus 3 are the two factors to give us this equation. X minus 3 equals 0 and x minus 3 equals 0. That means x is equals to 3, x equals positive 3, and x equals positive 3. Moving on to question number 21. In here, 25 is the product, and plus 5x and plus 5x will be written this way. X squared plus 5x plus 5x plus 25 equals 0. X is common, so x plus 5 in one bracket, copy down another bracket like this, and plus 5 I will write like this. So x plus 5 and x plus 5 will be written like this. So x will be equals to minus 5 and x equals minus 5. So minus 5 is the answer. Moving on to the next question, which is question number 22. In here, 49 we get by 7 times 7, and minus 7 is giving us minus 14. So I will write x squared minus 7x minus 7x plus 49 like this, and x is common in the first and second. X minus 7 in one bracket, copy down x minus 7 like this, and minus 7 will be written like this. So x minus 7 is going to be the factors. That means x will be equals to 7, and here also x equals 7. Moving on to the next question, which is question number 23. In question number 23, we are going to get 3 times 2, 6a square plus 3a minus 2a minus 1 equals 0. Common in the first and second is 3a, and 3a once again, sorry, not 3 but 2a, because 3a times 2a is going to give us a 6a square plus 1, 2a plus 1 I will write like this, and minus 1. So 3a minus 1 in one bracket and 2a plus 1 in another bracket equals 0. That means 3a minus 1 equals 0, and 2a plus 1 also equals 0. That means 3a will be equals to 1 over 3, and and I'll just bring this a little down. And in here, 3a equals 1, and a will be equals to 1 over 3, and 2a equals negative 1. So a will be equals to negative 1 over 2. These are two values of a. For question number 24, I know very well that 4 times 10 is a 40. We are going to find out the factors of 40. Give us minus 3. So for that, we have, for example, if it is 40, I can see that 8 times 5 is a 40, and 8 times 5 is a 40. and minus 8 plus 5 is going to give us a negative 3. So I will write 4a square as it is, and minus 8a and plus 5a minus 10 will be equals to 0. And in here, the common in between them is a 4a, and a minus 2 will be in the bracket. As soon as I get first bracket, I'll copy this down, equals 0, and plus 5 I will write in between. So 4a plus 5 and a minus 2 are going to be the factors of this equation, and 4a plus 5 equals 0, and a minus 2 also equals 0. That means 4a will be equals to negative 5, and a is equals to negative 5 over 4. And on the other hand, we have x, a equals positive 2. So these are the two factors for this, and for this you can write a equals negative 1 whole 4, 1 over 4, because it is a fraction with the numerator which is bigger than the denominator. Moving on to question number 25. In here I have 65, and 65 should be factored in such a way to give us minus 8. So for 65 we have 13 and 5. 13 times 5 is a 65, and 13 minus 5 is going to give us a negative 8. So both should be negative. So I will write z square minus 13x, 13z, and minus 5. Actually, it is plus 5x, plus 5z minus 65. So it should be written in this way. So z is common in between them. Z minus 13 comes in the first bracket. Copy down, z minus 13 equals 0, and plus 5 I will write like this. So z plus 5 and z minus 13 is going to be the factors of this equation. So z plus 5 equals 0, and z minus 13 also equals 0. That means z equals negative 5 and z equals positive 13. In exercises, once we are solving these equations using a graph, I'll tell you what does this mean. Once we plot this equation in the graph, 3D graph, you will understand why the value of z or value of x or y are coming like this. Because this is factorization method, we working on completing square and the graph method too. For question number 26, 6 times 3 is an 18. We need to factor this in such a way to give us plus 17. So I can see that 18 minus 1 is going to give us a plus 17. And I will write the first one as it is, plus 18x and minus 1x minus 3 equals 0. So the common in between first and second is 6x, and will be x plus 3, and copy down x plus 3 this way equals 0, and minus 1 will be like this. So 6x minus 1 in one bracket, and x plus 3 in another bracket with equals 0. That means 6x minus 1 equals 0, and x plus 3 also equals 0. That means 6x will be equals to positive 1, and x will be equals to negative 3. Negative 3. So 6x equals 1. That means x is equals to 1 over 6, and x will be equals to negative 3. These are the two values. X is equals to negative 3. Moving on to the next question, which is question number 27. In here, 10 times 2 is a 20. So we find out the factors of 20 in such a way to give us a 19. So for 27, we have 20. So 20 plus 20 and minus 1 is going to give us a plus 19. I will write the first one as it is, 10k square, and plus 20x, 20k, and minus k, and minus 2 equals 0. So in the first one, I know very well that 10k is common, and k plus 2 is going to be in the first bracket. Copy down k plus 2 once again and minus 1 like this. So 10k minus 1 in one bracket. In another bracket, we have k plus 2 equals 0 and 10k minus 1 equals 0 and k equals negative 2 and 10k will be equals to positive 1 and k value is going to be 1 over 10 and k value is equals to negative 2. These are the two values that we get. So in the answer you can write minus 2 and 1 over 10. Some of the subscribers message me on my WhatsApp that most of the subscribers are teachers teaching in the schools. They get benefit out of these videos. I'm glad to hear that. And there are so many students, those who were struggling before in algebra, now they are feeling comfortable in working with these equations like this. Now it is pretty simple that y square minus y and minus y gives us minus 2y and plus 1 equals 0. That means y is common. So y minus 1 in one bracket equals 0 and minus 1 like this. So x minus 1 and x minus 1 equals 0. So y is equals to y minus 1 equals 0. That means y is equals to 1. Moving on to the next question. 36 times 2 is a 72. How do we get 72? 8 times 9. 8 times 9 and plus 9 and minus 8 are going to give us a plus x. So I will write 36x minus 8x and plus 9x minus 2 equals 0. That means what is common in here? It's a 4x is common. 4 times 9 is 36 and minus 2. And I copy down 9x minus 2 like this. Look at the third term. I will write plus 1 only. So 4x plus 1 in one bracket and another bracket 9x minus 2 equals 0. So first one is equals to 0 and 9x minus 2 also equals 0. So 4x will be equals to negative 1 and 9x will be equals to positive 2 and now x is equals to negative 1 over 4 and x is equals to 2 over 9. These are the two values that you get for this question. So minus 1 over 4 and 2 over 9 are the two answers for this question. This is the last question. 20 times 3 is a 60. We factor 60 in such a way to get minus 7. So for that 12 times 5 is a 60 and minus 12 and plus 5 is going to give us negative 7x. I will write the first one as it is and minus 12x plus 5x minus 3 equals 0. And in the first one, I see that 4x is common. To 4 times 5 is a 20x, 5x and minus 3. 5x minus 3 in one bracket. Another bracket also carry 5x minus 3. And look at the third one, it's giving us plus 1. So 4x plus 1 is going to be in one bracket. Another bracket will carry 5x minus 3. So 4x plus 1 equals 0 and 5x minus 3 also equal to 0. That means 4x is equals to negative 1 and 5x is equals to positive 3. That means x is equals to negative 1 over 4 and x is equals to 3 over 5. These are the two answers, minus 1 over 4 and 3 over 5. This is the last question of this exercise. Now you can have a look at the answers that we have here. Question number 7 answer is wrong in the book and question number 15 is also wrong. The one I have done is the correct one. Thank you very much for watching. Just wait a little for exercise 29. I'll be uploading very soon. Thank you very much once again.